Many thanks for joining us this morning once again. It is Citizen and Michael Adekunle. We appreciate all the viewers all over the world for joining us this morning. We say thank you to you for your support, your love, and for staying glued to the channel. All right, today's edition of the program, the Vanguard newspaper is here, as well as the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. What are they saying this morning? Very important headline. All right, INEC, Tinubu shops for Yakubu's replacement. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu shops for Yakubu's replacement. That's what we have on pages 14 and 15 of the Vanguard newspaper. Good morning to you, Gladys Oyabo. You're welcome on the program. We really appreciate your presence here this morning. Tinubu shops for Yakubu's replacement. That's what we have on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper. On to the next one. Intrigues as dark forces plot to truncate credible polls in 2027. Intrigues as dark forces plot to truncate credible polls in 2027. Why President Tinubu should be concerned about the credibility of polls. Why President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should be concerned about the credibility of polls. King Gary, good morning to you. You're welcome on the program. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Nigeria's history of encouraging electoral malfeasance by sidestepping the law. How dependable institutional memory can deliver effective election management. The challenge of rebuilding confidence in INEC stories, follow-up stories as regards the shopping for another INEC chairman in the country. We really appreciate you, King Gary. Thank you so much for joining us on page 5 of the paper. Please just need to pardon my voice this morning. Just need to manage it the way it is this morning. Refs move to strip Vice President governors, deputy governors of their immunity. Reps move to strip Vice President governors, deputy governors of their immunity. You can see this on page 5 of the Vanguard newspaper. And on page 9, the senators differ over calls to immortalize Humphrey Nwosu. All right, on to the next one. I think Humphrey Nwosu was the INEC chairman, INEC boss for the 1990 June 12, 1993 election. If I'm not making a mistake here. Wike Atiku Bika over 2027. Wike Atiku, that's the former vice president of the country, and the FCC minister Bika over 2027. You can see this on page 5 of the Vanguard newspaper. Falana's fraud case against Xenox, others thrown out. Now to the down part of the paper, page 7. What do we have on page 7? Rivers Sole Administrator suspends all political appointees. Rivers Sole Administrators, that's IBAS, suspends all political appointees. You can go to page 7 of the Vanguard to see more of this story. Now to the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. What do we have on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune? Boldly written on its front page, pages 3, 5, and 11. What are these pages saying to us? What are these pages saying on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper? Reps move to strip vice president, governors, deputy governors of immunity. I know our respondents will be reacting to this morning. Immunity clause in Nigeria. Reps move to strip vice president, governors, deputy governors of immunity. Constitutional Amendment Bill 6 role for traditional rulers set to consider 8 devolution of power bills for second reading. Now to the top of the paper, INEC notifies Natasha of recall process, confirms petitioners have rectified errors. This is on page 3 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Now down to the paper. What do we have? Still on River State crisis that is still going on. It's time for dialogue, says Bayelsa governor. It's time to dialogue about the political unrest in River State. That's what Vice Governor is saying, plead with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, National Assembly to set up a reconciliation committee in in respect to what is happening in River State. Now, the last paper, June 12th, motion to immortalize Humphrey Nwosu fails, causes row in Senate. Thank you so much, all the viewers, for joining us this morning. It is Citizen and I'm Michael Adeku. And looking at the headline for today, yeah, the headline for today, that's as regards what now, some persons are saying, some politicians are saying in the country that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has planted or is planting his chief of staff, talking about Gbaja as the vice president, allegedly, I'm using that word, allegedly, planting Nuhu Ribadu as his successor. That's to be the president of the nation, Nigeria, come 2031. We're not even talking about 2027 as we speak, as I speak. We're talking about 2031 now. 2031 presidency. Of course, don't forget that there is no vacancy, according to politicians from the north, according to politicians working with the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. There's no presidency, no vacancy for 2027. It simply means there is vacancy in 2031. And where would power be shifting? Where would the power be going back to? Is it the north? We don't know. But there are informations that the president is planting, allegedly planting Nuhu Ribadu as his successor and Gbaja as the vice president of the nation. Let's see how this will go. But I need to read the story on this. Let me see if I can quickly see this story today on the program. It's on my phone, and I need to read it out to the viewers to see what is going on regarding the 2031 presidential election. So much controversy in the country, so much uproar as regards Nigeria's president. And of course, the president has been advised to be very, very careful about, very, very careful of the gang up by the northern politicians. Okay, now quickly to the story I saw. Group alleges, I saw this on Business Day. Group alleges plans to destabilize Tinubu's administration amid growing high-wired political activities. The Forum of Nigerian Professionals in Politics, Nigerian Professionals in Politics, that's FMPP, Nigerian Professionals in Politics, on Wednesday, that was yesterday, said it had unearthed plans to destabilize the President Bola Tinubu's administration. Okay, Ezenwa, the group's national coordinator, in a statement cited the activities of the just established coalition of political groups. I repeat, just established coalition of political groups headed by the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and the former governor of Kaduna State, talking about El-Rufai. Don't forget as well that El-Rufai defected from the ruling All Progressives Congress to the Social Democratic Party just, is it last week or 2 weeks ago, which stirred controversy in the country. Yeah, that's coalition political groups headed by former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and Nasir El-Rufai, the immediate past governor of the state of Kaduna State. El-Rufai, will be recalled, had insinuated of plans by Nuhu Ribadu, National Security Advisor, to contest, I repeat, to contest for the office of the president in 2031. In 2031, alongside Femi Gbaja, Chief of Staff to the President of the nation, that's Ashok Bola Ahmed Tinubu, citing that as the primary reason for undermining likely opposition to his ambition. The forum, a pan-Nigeria platform of professionals and business and politics, noted that it had earlier exposed the plot by those it described as unpatriotic elements to derail the Tinubu administration by launching a vicious attack against are the high-ranking officers, including the the president, chief of staff to the president, Femi Gbaja, knowing the sensitive nature of the office and the person of the chief staff, the chief of staff to the success and administration. Now, like I said earlier on, there are stories on this, there are reports on this that come 2031, President Tinubu started working. Don't forget that he's a president that always work ahead of other politicians. He's always ahead of them. And there are reports coming from different angles, especially from this body, the Nigerian Forum of Professionals in Politics, that Brigadier Miller and Nuhu Ribadu be fronted as the president and vice of the country come 2031. How possible do you think is Mr. Lucky? You are the first person that got here this morning. You got here how many minutes before 6 o'clock?
I left home to 5. I don't say I'm dressed corporate. I want to be here this morning. I'm serious. We are serious in business. Good morning, viewer. Good morning, my brother. Good morning. Our brother who are watching us, God bless you there. I know some of them are still sleeping. You wake up. I bless you. Thank you in Jesus' name we pray. First of all, we have to thank God first. We are alive. Some people in the hospital now, they're not sleeping. Yes, your take. My brother, the question is that 2020, we are still in, you do 2 years or 3 years?
This is 2027.
It's 2027. We have not even got 2027.
Sorry, this is 2025.
Yes, now.
We have not even reached
We are not even crossed 2025. We are not talking about 2031. Tell me, what is the problem for our politicians? My brother, yes, if Tinubu have done well for just 3 years, 2 years, yes, we will say, yes, Baba, you have a vision. You have not even finished the first years. You are talking about Gbaja and Nuhu Ribadu. That's Muslim ticket again. The one we have not even come out for it. I think these politicians are playing with us. You know, they are playing with us. For me,
it's a secret that I was.
And anything exposed. Secret, you should know that it's the truth. And I mean, they want to take our man out of 2027. And let's focus. Let me tell you the truth. I think for my own is that I need a good government like Tinubu who will make things right so that we too can enjoy his government before he can start confusing us to 2020, 30, 31. I don't know. Nobody knows tomorrow. Did you know tomorrow? Did you know what will happen tomorrow, sir? Clark. Did Clark know that he will die? Or this Ajiba, what's the name? This Yoruba Afenifere leader. So please, we should talk the one we are. We have not even cared about this one we are. We are not talking about 20. For me, Ribadu, I don't think for now it's necessary for us to be debated. It's a way of just removing us from the reality. What is going on now? For me, I don't think it's going to come up. You are not telling me after 2027, the APC will still continue power and Tinubu said no vacancy in Aso Rock. Let's see 2027 whether there's going to be vacancy. I think that's my hope. For me, that talk is not relevant now.
It's not relevant
yes,
now.
It's not relevant.
Wow. Why are some people making it relevant?
They just want to remove our mind for 2023, 2024, 2025, and 2027. They want to remove our mind there. Start thinking, look at that. You can see the fight everywhere, every state. Even the country is not settled because of politics. Okay, another thing now, you can see I learned that the president wants to change the INEC.
INEC boss.
The INEC boss. That one is generating another problem again. That they knew that it's going to bring his.
No, it's now it's going to end November.
Which is necessary. To change. But people will be afraid that it's going to bring a personal person. Okay? Personal person that will do the damage. So that means this. That's why some people say our democracy is not working. Really, it's not working. Because it's going to bring somebody that will make sure say, look, my brother, I will give you this. Make
someone that will favor him.
Yes. So that is why they need to amend the constitution of INEC now. Let INEC be an independent. Bring some group people. I don't know, like a labor Some of these people, let them come together, let this enter Nigeria and choose, not the president that will choose INEC for us. If the president chooses INEC for us, what do you expect, sir? If them, and now you are the one coordinating here, everybody will be wanting to talk. It's better I will talk. Somebody cannot just start and say, I want to say something, So if Tinubu appoint anybody, automatically they are going to do the bidding. So 2027, very tough. It might be a problem for Nigeria.
All right, before moving deep into the program, let's quickly appreciate our viewers on the platform this morning. Gladys Oyabo saying good morning to every one of us. Yeah,
thank you.
And saying good morning to Gladys Oyabo as well. She's watching us abroad. Okay, quickly to King Henry. King Henry is also here. Good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Chika Uzomaka, good morning. Mr. Michael, good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We also have Godwin, an esteemed viewer on the platform. We say thank you so much for joining us. Okay, good morning, Mr. Michael and others. It seems you don't read my comments again. Of course, you should understand Godwin. I do. Maybe that was a mistake. Thank you so much for that, for pointing out on that. Okay. Egbona Kingsley, we appreciate you as well for joining us. Good. Okay, Godwin is all. May God deliver Nigeria from the hands of Tinubu and his court. That's Godwin. Thank you so much for joining. Eri Okoro is also here. Eri Okoro, we appreciate you. All right, Baba Yaga. Good morning to you, Baba Yaga. Yaga is here. Thank you so much. We have Uche Jenny. Thank you so much for joining us as well. And I know some comments
this
will be coming in as we continue to proceed on the program. INEC. Wow. Tinubu is shopping for Yakubu's replacement. That's what we have on the front page. Not just the Vanguard front pages of our dailies this morning. Now, you've talked about that. Let's quickly go to the immunity that the rep is talking about. Reps move to strip vice president, governors, deputy governors of immunity. Don't you think this will go a long way in curtailing corruption in the country?
Why don't you extend it to the president and the governor? Why you? I don't know why. But we see the truth. Always part of the truth. Okay, if you want to remove military, remove the president, the deputy, or remove the governor and the deputy. Let it be the same thing. Instead of leaving the president and remove the governor, it's not going to work. Sir. That is not going to work. And if you Nigerians are kicking against that, the best thing, why don't you just let everybody be free? Sort of giving some people you don't give. Don't forget, vice president and the president do all the same, almost the same thing. You know what I mean? So you want to tell me that if the president is sick or a problem, why the vice president climb that place, not going to get the humility? That's another thing. So what they are doing is just wasting our time. Remove everything at the same time. Let everybody be free so that if gets any corruption, they can be charged. You know what I mean? Instead of allow the president to have immunity, why the vice there's no immunity? I don't think that's nonsense. For me, everybody should be free. Nobody should get immunity. For me, that's my own takes. You know what I mean? Instead of giving some people and leave the other people, it's not going to work. Even the Senate president, I don't think he has immunity. No, he doesn't have. You know what I mean? The speaker doesn't have. If you don't have anything in your skeleton, I don't think you don't need immunity. You don't need it. You know what I mean? But another thing is that if you don't give the president immunity, before you know, maybe every 6 months, the president might have a problem. I don't know. Like opposition can just go for petition and other things. I think for me, they should leave that area. That's not our problem. Our problem is how Nigeria survive. I think that my own takes.
All right, Seyi Tinubu, the son of the president, has been in the center of controversy for some times now. Following his Ramadan outrage in the north, is Seyi Tinubu working for his father ahead of 2027 election? What?
Yes, you should know now. You should know. Instead of the father to be doing that, he has to put his son there. And some of the governors and the elite in the north have criticized that. That even the vice president say
they say they are taking over the job, the office of the vice president.
I think it's very careful. So you should be very careful. It's very careful. You know, the northerners are not happy. They're not happy with him. They're not happy with his father. If the father is doing well now, I believe he can go anywhere and share whatever he wants. Now, let me tell you something. And now the signal is already coming out. that the vice president is not happy. You should know that Shettima has a very prominent people in the north. Say, this boy have taken over my job. Why? What's the job? Is sharing rice and sharing this. And some of the elites say, look, we don't need rice. We are not hungry. I don't know. Yes, and some of them say we are not hungry. Shehu, we are not hungry. Tell your father to do well. Instead of coming to God and give us just lalo rice or these things. So for me, what is doing everything in North eyes is open. They are seeing everything. All these are bribe. So for me, why don't you do the same thing in the south? Why don't you do the same thing in the southeast? Instead of going to the north, you know that that's where the bulk of vote will come up. I'm telling you the truth. For me, for him just doing that, just wasting of time. If you like, Jonathan did that the same thing. Give them dollars, give them naira, food, everything. At the end, they change. I don't understand. No amount of food, drink, money you give the north and even the south. So Tinubu, instead of showing to advance his father, look, people are crying. You are teaching of rice and Idomi. People tell your father, look, people in the street, even your neighborhood here, the things are very expensive. Can't Shehu tell his father that look, open the border, allow rice to come in. I don't have sort of go to the north and start sharing all this thing. My brother, for me, it's not going to work. The North have decided to take that power out of Tinubu.
Now, looking at the rumor that was going on in Lagos and in Nigeria as to whether Seyi Tinubu will be the next governor of Lagos State, looking at what is engaged in the North, don't you think this suggests another political dynasty in Tinubu's family?
You see, anything can go. Tinubu is a president. His son is one of the big weights in Nigeria now. At least, let me just call him. Both east, both south, everywhere he were recognized. But during the father's campaign, he went round, even southeast. And don't forget, he married an Igbo woman. So, in Lagos State, he can go. He can be the governor. I can see some people fighting for him because of his father's post. For me, if Shehu gonna, we need a governor, anybody, whether Shehu, whether anybody that will be a governor at Gentis, whether has rent here, everything are very expensive. So Shehu to be a governor, Sheyi to be a governor of Lagos State, for me, Lagos State politics, you know, it's one way around. Even the man that was supposed to have a PDP member, as I told you, Jadon, after losing the election 2023, we had a meeting last month.
Jandor.
Yeah, he called us. He called everybody was there, and his secretary and everybody.
Humanitarian candidate under PDP.
He didn't tell us that he's going. He said, look, very soon I am going to move. I'm going to move, but at the end, what happened? Last 2 weeks, he has jumped to APC. You can see anything, whether PDP, APC, Lagos State, they are one way. Because of what? Because of money. So for me, I don't trust politics in Lagos State. But you know, Sheyi will become the governor of Lagos State. No two way about it, because they go anywhere the father said go. Look at the Obasana. They remove speakers and they come back and say, look, that speaker must be there. And then what happened? So for me, Tinubu should play politics very well. Otherwise, 2027, if you don't do well, if you don't change things, heaven and earth will reject you.
All right.
Tell you the truth.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Lucky. I really appreciate it. Kunle, good morning to you. You're welcome on the program this morning.
Good morning, Mike. Thank God for another witnessing another day. And God bless you, the viewer. Without you, we cannot be here. The good people among the viewers there, I greet all of you. God bless you. God bless your generation to come. So
all right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Since the inception of Ramadan, or the starting of Ramadan, the fast, we've noticed and we've seen Seyi Tinubu going to the north, to share palliative, to break fast with them. And just yesterday in Gombe, we saw his outreach there. But the question I want to ask is that why is a private citizen, whether we like it or not, we know he's the son of the president, but he's a private citizen. Why is a private citizen engaged in this large-scale outreach instead of government agencies? Why?
Yeah, I think what he's doing, some of the steps he's taking, his father may be aware of it, and I think
Aware of it by
yeah,
taking over
yeah,
the job of the vice president,
yeah,
as reports are coming in as regards that.
what are we saying? What are we saying about Shetima? Well, a lot of things has gone under the drain with Shetima and the president. Maybe there must have been a leakage of information that Shetima is not really loyal to him any longer. You know that it wasn't even Shetima that he wanted to pick as of that time. It was Zulu that he wanted to pick. It was even Zulum he picked. So it was Zulum that said, okay, his master is still on ground. They can go for him, which is Shetima. So I think the issues among them, I think is a secret classified issue they are fighting or they're engaging on. And I think it's beyond us to know what is going on between the vice president
And the president.
and the
And
president.
don't you think the vice president has been settled? Settled in order for the president to do his work.
No, the two of them need to work together. They can't be just be settled and it will not be lie low, man. And
Because we've not been hearing things on state, comments from the vice president recently.
not normally, I witnessed that too.
Yeah.
But I know there is crisis. There must be crisis. But
Internal crisis
within
That,
there.
that we are not aware of.
Yes. The way I look at things, Shetima himself is not somebody that I can easily control like that. Because I can tell you utterly that Binu Sharif, that brought all of them into politics, Binu Sharif was the first, the first state governor that worked with under Obasanjo then as president. So Binu Sharif was just a very, strong man that doesn't tolerate nonsense. And what happened within the two of them as well, they parted their way with fight. So the Borno Empire you are saying, the governance of that area is not a child's play, and it is one of the largest land space we can have in Nigeria, and that is why even the problem they are having for now about the Boko Haram, about the bandits, about all this, they are always the first target in that area. So I think that states, I don't know what is going on with the states and what is going on with the state actors in that area. I just know they should go there and settle their grievances. And as it is, they are the most victims of this Fulani bandits, of this what's it called, all these terrorists. So they have a lot of problems to sort, in which I think the successive governor in that state have not deemed it fit to, hit the ground on the head. And they hit the ground running. And you give it to Zulum. Zulum has performed a lot of wonders in that, Borno now, and a lot of people are acknowledging him. But for Shetima, I don't know the problem of Shetima. There was a time they even said they found one of the Boko Haram that came to visit Shetima. So there are a lot of things happening in that Borno Empire that the more you will look, the less we see.
Is there any likelihood that the rumor we've been hearing, or reading about Seyi Tinubu is true? The likelihood of him being the next governor of Lagos State, so with the kind of outreach, large scale outreach is carrying out in the north. Trying to galvanize support.
You see, for Seyi Tinubu being the governor, I totally rule it out. It can't work. He doesn't have the experience. How is he going to be dealing with the GAG, the senior citizen how is he going to be dealing with people? Seyi is not mature to be governor now, as I'm telling you.
Someone that is carrying out large scale outreach in the north.
He can do that.
Is he not undergoing some trainings?
As Seyi is doing that, Mike, the wife, Remi Tinubu, she's doing her own too. So it can just be a humanitarian. Gesture. Which is, there's nothing bad in it. You have excess, you have enough. Share with people that don't have.
Why are they concentrating in the north?
That's where the poverty. That's the headquarters of poverty. And at the same time, the south here, I will blame them. The charity begins at home. People are hungry here too. So you shouldn't be carrying all the largest down to that north. And I think it's more or less that we are doing as if one region is superior than other. I think I have to go against that. I have to go against that. Sheyi ought to start the charity at home. I mean, you know, we are hungry too. Nigerians are hungry too. The South, anywhere within the South too, there's hunger in the land. So why not start from the home? And charity ought to start from home.
Sorry about that. All right, Timothy, thank you so much for your analysis. Now, let's quickly look at. Let me check the sound. If the sound is okay now, please let us know if the sound is okay. Please let us know if the sound is okay now. I think we're getting.
Study to and assimilate the one that is really working. I mean, see.
Continue.
Okay, so I think that's a big rumor. I'm even expecting they should let the president concentrate on his tenure so that we can have a good governance, because as it is now, there is still one thing that is paramount to everybody and that everybody is crying for, which is the hunger in their life. Feed your people, feed your citizens. Let your citizens have, the nutrients of good food to eat, so that they can know that there's a government in power. As it is now, they don't know there's any government in power, because an angry man is an hungry man. An hungry man is an angry man. So to me, let there be that food productivity in the country. And you have all the silos. What's happening to all the silos Nigerians have? What's happening to it? And you ought to go into that silos and bring in food items out and let people have food to eat, so that they can be able to listen to any developmental plan you have for them. As it is now, Nigeria, they are not listening. They don't even know there's a president working for now, because the food, the vital thing that will make them to stand, that will make them to, be able to walk, and it's not there. So to me, like the president, even the charity they are taking outside is supposed to start from the home. Feed the South here, first of all, because we are shortchanged in agricultural process that is happening now. The North have an enormous family yard, and the little family yard we have, we were being banned by the, what's it called, bandits that's banning us from entering our farm, bandits that destroying our farm, our father's farm. And as it is now, when you are talking of palliative, when you are talking of support, agricultural support, it's supposed to come into the west, it's supposed to come into the south here, because we are the most punished by these bandits as of that as we're talking to. Some of our leaders, some of our elders in the village cannot go to farm. We said be care of the Fulanis, be care of the Fulanis, be care of the bandits. So to me, I think the South has been shortchanged. A lot of things they are taking to the North, it ought to come to the South likewise, because charity has to begin from home. Nevertheless, that you are a certain president, but the South has been so cheated, has been so denied of the rights they need to have. So to me, Mr. President, I will not support all these food items we are taking to the North, all sort of things. What about the South, where we've been, with the terrorists are really encroaching our farm, destroying our farm, our father's farm, and they are becoming them, they are making them to life, to be jobless as it is. I think you can't love your brother, you can't love an outsider more than your family. That's one thing I will say.
All right, to the comment section, good morning to you. This is Chima Baba Yaga, you're welcome on the program. David Okafor, thank you so much. Chicago Schoolboy, you're welcome. Is in Wata, Liverpool, thank you so much. Vino, Everest, Maker, thank you so much. Nathan Abu Joshua Moba, thank you so much for Kelechi. We appreciate you for joining us, everyone. All right, to this comment of Udeze Chima, that's what Nigeria is all about, a business center for politicians, nothing more. And Baba Yaga is saying, only new development from Tinubu's regime. What is he doing good, at least for you?
What is it doing good for me? It's not about what he's doing good for me. It's all about what he's doing good for the country. What he's doing for the country. Because only he cannot single me out to do anything. And I don't know Tinubu. I keep saying it. I've never met him before. The last time I had an encounter with him, I nearly have an encounter where I was doing my what's it called in LSDPC. IT in LSDPC, in which we protested against him, we protested against him during this Akele, leadership. So we were part of the people that even protested against him. But when I see an agenda that somebody is bringing onto me, an agenda that will change the narrative of the country, an agenda that has an option that if Nigeria cannot work, they can be decentralized. We can decentralize ourselves. We can start a new leaf with what we really want. But if you think we still be going round and round with this system, with this policy, with this constitution that is not workable, that is not working, that is not, we're just fooling ourselves. Even both the airlines that believe in that is just fooling itself. The country cannot work without a working constitution, and the working constitution, and they cannot allow it to work until all of us will sit down to channel how do we move. But how do we move? What's the next move for each one and every one of us?
All right, William, welcome to the United Kingdom. I maintain my stand, guys, that godfatherism syndrome is killing Nigerian politics.
Definitely.
And the purpose of this is to capture the resources of that state. Which state is he talking about?
Nigerian state. Nigerian state. That's what I say.
All right.
I said it all. I said it. I said until you kill for godfatherism, that is when you will stop seeing the likes of the wicked, the likes of all these governors. All of them, they are godfathers. The likes of Tinubu. All these governors are not the president. Successive president.
Now I want you to mention
all the president. You don't stop behaving like a child, man. Stop behaving like a child. So
I want you to mention it.
Felix, calm down. Felix, calm down.
Don't mention it.
So as it is, the godfatherism. You keep godfatherism. You bring good governance into Nigeria.
All right, we are still in 2025 with nothing to show, but Tinubu is already planning on who to plant after his 8 years reign. Meanwhile, he's already sure that 2027 is a walk over.
It's not going to work. They can't plant people. It's not him it's not the Mr. President that will plant people. It's the people. Which is democracy. No, we have to wake up. I beg, don't, you are approaching me, please.
Don't interrupt Kule.
Calm down now. Maybe you went to school.
Everybody calm down.
So, one thing is, the government is now we have to wake up. It's our government. Government of the people, by the people, and for the people. But we have been docile for a while to sell our birthright to these, actors, political actors. And what am I saying? We need to collect our mandate back, which is the democracy we're talking about, right? And in our adage, Omo Eleron tó ń jẹ egungun get a CB, a butcher that kill cow, that kill everything, and he cannot even partake in part of that cow, is the bone. They keep giving to him. That one has to stop.
All right, Baba Yaga, but Kule, your master planner is making the country worse. Ash, bring back Buhari, which means Buhari's government is better than Tinubu's government. That's what Baba Yaga said.
Baba Yaga, I know what is paining a lot of people, that's giving people's pain, is that election that they thought somebody article or you have won, right? But I keep telling you, when you have a master, you have an oracle that is more or less a political guru, right? That is more or less a godfather to some fathers. And you need to learn, you need to strategize or spend almost 4 or 5 years prior to election to understudy him and to know how to checkmate him. But a lot of them, they are just floating all around. They do not do the needful to be able to checkmate the same man they are talking of, which is the president we are talking of now, and they are crying down what they are crying wolf.
All right, thank you so much, Frank Prince, for joining us this morning. And before I let you go, there is a question. Pius Yekaba is asking, and which other Nigerians are asking? Asking.
Wow. They are putting me on the spot.
No, they are wondering. So sorry about that.
On the spot.
Sorry about that. Nigerians are
I'm
wondering.
here. So far, it's not been an abusive session. I hate anything abusive. Let's please.
Calm down. Calm down.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
Yeah.
All right. Take it easy.
So I'm here to answer the question.
Okay. Pius is asking if Nigeria is still going to work under the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Can we still see the lights at the end of the tunnel?
I don't know what
that's what he's trying to say.
Yeah. There can still be light at the end of the tunnel. There is no perfection in humanity. There is no perfection. All of us, we are not perfect as it is, and the good things can still come at the end of the tunnel. And I think there is a process on that already, and we ourselves, we shouldn't be docile. We should be following, and that is the engagement we are having here now. And we should continue doing the good thing we are doing here for them to hear. I think some of them will be listening to us, and they will, they will want to change their narrative through us. Alone, the citizen what he's doing here,
Yes.
you can't you can't even the owner of the stand, you can't appreciate it. You won't know what is going on, what we are doing, the impact we are putting on this platform. A lot. You don't know. And when you go out now, they say, I will see you, I will see you. I mean, they have turned a lot of us to, I mean, what's it called? The emergency. That you put in emergency. We even want to be celebrities, right? It's not emergency. It's not emergency. Nothing like emergency. Because we are the ones standing and saying
the voice of the masses.
Voice of the voiceless, you know. So I want to say that Nigeria needs to breathe. We all need to breathe. We need the president to concentrate on us, because it's our mandate that is using, because it's the owner, we are the owner of democracy, but we ourselves, we slept too much in slumber.
All right.
And they penetrated us.
Thank you so much, Kule.
It's a pleasure.
I really appreciate it.
And thank you for having me.
Thank you
and
so
I'm happy
much
to be here with you.
All right, thank you so much. All right,
Global
Global News, you're welcome. These are the global viewers watching you right now, and you're with the global anchor. I know that's what you want to say. All right, sir.
The global viewers, I welcome you to Global System, and I welcome you to Global Anchor of the station, the global CEO of the station all over the world. See, I want to appreciate you for, you never knew what you are doing, Mr. Maye, you never know. I'm telling you. No, they are watching us all over the world. The platform they have provided for us to speak to the power that be. You never know that this our words we are saying now reaches go far to where you never even think about. They are listening. Thank God there's a decorum. We don't insult them. We don't come and abuse them. We are telling them how things are pitching people. Reality. And it's going far. So may God bless this station. This platform will remain a global brand, as I keep saying it. And our global viewer that's watching us, you will always be global in our view. And this time will not die. I remain your global analyst, Mr. Olajide. Welcome to Global Sound this morning. Yes.
All right, is this group really concerned about Nigeria's stability, or they are just acting as the mouthpiece of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu by saying that the reports that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is planting the likes of Gbaja and Nuhu Ribadu to be president come 2021 is not making any sense. Do you think this group are really for us or for their own selfish interests? The report they got says that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is planting Nuhu Ribadu, that's the national security advisor, and the chief of staff to the president, that's Gbaja, as the running mate or the vice president to Nuhu Ribadu come 2021. Is it possible? 2031, yeah. Is it true? Do you think someone like Tinubu will be having that kind of plan in mind?
Mr. Michael, anybody who's truly a politician, who understands what politics is all about, knows it's all about interest. It's not love, it's not hatred, it's not I hate you, I like you. It's all about interest. And Tinubu, as a grandmaster of politics, that's what I call him. He's one of the grandmaster of politics in Nigeria. If his interest is that Ribadu is one of my interest after my left office, he will surely want to do that and present whoever that possesses interest to succeed him.
His own interest, not the interest of Nigerians.
No! The underlying defining enemy of politics is about interest. So he will not want to bring his enemy that will come and open his hand, open his currency in his cupboard. He will say, yes, that's one of the defining interest of politics. He wants to put somebody that will protect his interest, secure his assets. Get my point? So if you have found that in the Nuhu Ribadu and Gbaja, he will go for it. That's the fact. That's the interest of what politics is all about. If he is so convinced that among all the various people that are closer to me, this man is one I think I'm convinced will protect my political interest after I'm at the left office. Will cover, will not allow all my atrocities to be exposed. He will go for it. Will go for him. And so you will be. And will protect him. And particularly when our politics is all about governance, whereby the man who is power, who is the position of power, dictates everything. He will surely do that. So anybody who must have discovered that that's where his interest lies, and they come up and tell us that that's where Mr. President's political interest lies, as per succession of him, they may be right. Yes, remember if it's if it's interest, then they may be right. And Gbaja to be his vice, they may be right. So I will not force their report. But what is now left to be seen is that with the other members of the APC, would they align with Mr. President? Don't forget, President is the leader of the party at the national level. Governor is the leader at the state level. So it's just like governor bringing successor. You know, the trend in Nigerian politics is that governor brings successor of succeeding. So who is Mr. President not to bring successor of succeeding? That's the trend. The president, the leader of the party at the national level, governor at the state level, each of them will bring somebody that will succeed, that will possess their political interest. And if so, you know, Ribadu is the one president I've seen that is doing the job for him. It will go for him. So I don't fault their report. That's my stand on the report. Mr. President has the interest to protest the policy. Whoever he must have seen, will go for him.
All right, let's quickly talk about the activities of the son's president, the president's son, the president's son, Seyi Tinubu, in the north. Yesterday, he was in Gombe State, for Ramadan outrage. But I just want to ask if Seyi Tinubu's outrage in the north is truly humanitarian or a political disguise for the 2027 presidential election.
Mr. Mike, I have just spoken about what politics is all about. It's all about interest. Whatever you're doing, if you tell me, if you cap it, if you paint it, or by whatever name you call it, humanitarian, religious, family, personal relationship. As far as politics is concerned, all those who are just used as a camouflage to as a window dressing. See, whatever name you use to paint it, whatever name you use to paint it to camouflage it, the underlying factor is the most important thing, is what you're concerned about. What's the underlying interest behind that? Political interest, that is. So going to the north, humanitarian, for humanitarian purposes, building this or that for them, that is it. It is for political interest. So it's not doing that for the north because he likes them, because he's their friend, because they are no. It is for political interest. Everything Seyi Tinubu is doing in the north is the underlying factor is political interest. Government seats. And what's the about it? About 2027 so that they can support his father. That's what it is. That's another factor. That's another reason why he's doing that in the north. He can't be doing that. Even if he's going to the mosque, sitting down with their father and break fasting. It's all about political interest. That's the underlying factor that guarantees, that determines, that motivates all the action of what you are seeing in the north. It's all about political interest of gaining political support for his father. That's it. Not because of his love for the humanity or his trust in this. No. If you see him go to church, if you see him go to mosque, if you see him doing everything, if you see him doing whatever he's doing, it's all about political interest which he has for his father, to garner support for his father so that the North will support him. That's the basis behind everything he's doing. So whatever name you call this, humanitarian, religious, old student association, Amamata, whatever name you use to tag it to, is all politically the motive, the underlying factor, the foundation of which is political interest, so that he can sway the political interest of the region in favor of his father. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about.
Thank you so much, Mr. Olajide. I really appreciate you. Yes. All right, Hakeem Adesina, Mr. Olajide, you are right. Absolutely right. That's what Hakeem Adesina said in the comment section. Oh, yes, a good morning to you. You're welcome on the program. How are you doing, sir?
Good morning, viewers. Yes, good morning. It's a good day today. Good morning, and thank you for those who have extended love to this platform, and of course to me also personally. I know you are smiling, you are watching, you are delighted, you want to know. But that's what it is today. It's a good day, and we are here to share, of course, the moment with a lot of things already within this political space currently now. Everything is moving towards a proper defining moment ahead of 2027.
Are we heading towards the proper direction?
For this administration, people have different perspectives. But me, on my own, I have done my little analysis the way I feel, and I still think that Bola Ahmed Tinubu currently now is 0/0. Our guy, there's nothing anybody will tell me 0/0, and I can say it anytime, any day. You know why? We can pretend that his government is continual. It's about continuity. Government does not stop. It's continual. I agree. But within the space where you emerge as the president of Nigeria, with all the promises, coming from a particular background that has been assumed to be progressive, I do not expect a certain president. At this moment, in less than 2 years, we are not seeing any positive transformation carried out in Nigeria by this Southern president. So why the essence of clamoring Southern president? Even though we know that it is not the turn of Yorubas to produce a president of Southern extraction. But it happened. The Northerners are crying. They should allow Seyi Tinubu to go everywhere because they brought what they are facing currently now. When they were talking about it, Seyi Tinubu was in their good book. You can see how he was paraded. To an extent, he was using presidential jets, playing polo with IBB children, Abu Salami, all of them there. We saw it. Then how come all of a sudden they want to turn back and Seyi, that they want to transfer the anger of the failure of Mr. President to Seyi? How can he be distributing akara and gari in the north, while he's in the south? They are drinking, taking breakfast in London. So the North should forget about that completely, and continue to bear the burden of not thinking rightly. If they say they are elders of the North, Arewa Consultative Forum, Northern Coalition for this, and this and that, all these organizations, are they actually projected? Did they want Nigeria? In the first place, they don't want Nigeria to survive, given the kind of resources that is coming from Niger Delta alone, that has kept Nigeria one. All this rubbish would have stopped. I can tell you, Mike. If you like, believe it. If you don't like, believe it. We keep on wobbling. That's why Woloshenka some time ago said that Nigeria is a jungle. You don't know what you mean by jungle? Human being can eat human being. Nothing will happen. You see this, the Attorney General of the Federation, coming out to say that they don't understand how the judiciary came to become what it is today. Whether they are pretending or not, but they're saying it. Dele Farotimi went to jail because he said that there's rot in the judiciary. They sent him to jail. Obasanjo said, everything is being pushed to judiciary. Knowing fully well, when you get to judiciary, they say it at the end. You cannot use God to kill anybody. If you kill anybody, they face consequences. So go to court. Even if they swallow your election, your ballot paper, they'll put it inside and swallow it. Go to court. And are you sure you're going to get justice there? So anybody that's telling you that it's about continuity, they will continue. Let them continue in Nigeria. Let Nigeria continue to happen to them. Until, Mike, I always said it. The first day I met Gani Fayemi at Airport Hotel, when I was still a small boy, I remembered, and I will never forget. He said, any day, any time, we move on the street of Nigeria and we see a gear carrying 1,000 naira worth of granite from one place to another, trekking 1,000 miles away. And it's still happening up today. And we should know that Nigeria has not been fixed. Bro, do you understand the philosophy of what I am talking about? Any day, any time. There's no need for that. Look at now. 21 billion, 30 billion just to build Vice President's house. And unfortunately, I didn't expect much from Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I've been saying it, and I'll continue to say it. If you bet me, I told you about Buhari, I told you about Atiku. Now Buhari ended, and the guy has disappeared. To the extent that I think Shetima went to bring him from Daura back to Kaduna. This man came, he said he will start from where Buhari stopped. Okay? We thought that the Northerners don't know how to play politics or don't know how to govern. But what is happening to a Southern president? Confusion everywhere. Everything is upside down. Try to democracy, and when people say, you say, no, this is the type of democracy. It's okay, it's working. It's good. So that is where we find ourselves, unfortunately, under Bola Ahmed Tinubu's led administration. You can see what happened in the Delta State. They chased his wife away from the nursing school. Where are you going? Which mother are you? They chased him because, bro, you don't know what it means to be hungry. And they tell you, if you know what it means to be hungry, if you know what it means that means the workforce that would have contributed to the economy is gradually dying. Just within this space we are now, go and do some investigation. There are businesses, I can tell you 1,000 businesses in Oba now that are living on emergency. No light. Even if they use what is it called? This one they bring light from the sun. Solar. Smart time. And when somebody comes for one transaction like that, no light. No light. They have to wait for more than 5 hours. Bros, what are we actually talking about? I've said it severally. Let Bola Ahmed Tinubu leave all this paparazzi everywhere. Fix one sector of the economy. One critical sector of the economy. That is all. Then let us see if Nigerians can actually, carry on. Bros, it's survival first. And what is survival? An average Nigerian must be able to have 3 square meals without stress.
Square meals
without stress at all. That one I told you that 2000 when China came out and announced to the whole world, this President China now, announced to the whole world that they have conquered poverty. You know what it means? You know what they did? And can you look at China now? Can you look at China in the 90s, in the 80s, in the 70s? The bedrock of every productive society is when you look at those critical areas and be able to bring it to illumination. And when you begin to illuminate, people can say, okay, bro, everybody's on the street moving up and down from 6 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock in the evening. Nobody is productive. Now, what are you telling me? Is that how to run a society? Okay, I agree that it didn't start from Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
But he promised to fix it.
You see, Oga, make we no like all this dangerous philosophy. It's a capital of interest. It's a matter of, how do they put it? Politics is a matter of interest. You do or die. You kill me, I kill you. If you begin to live on those dangerous, archaic philosophy that has brought nothing but wickedness, let me put it that way, we can't move anywhere. Bro, can you define what is democracy and government? It's just policing. That's all about. Government is about policing, organizing, as simple as that. And outside that, what are the fundamentals of having a democratically elected government? When, this is 65 years of Nigeria existence. Mike, tell me one sector that's working. Can you? Cannot. But then some people will still come here and say, bro, leave all this, whether you want campaign for 2000 or 2050. Sit down, look at one. If it is if it's education, if it's whatever you know that, okay, this thing I'm going to lay the foundation of it for 100 years. Nothing will shake it. Look at that's what, to an extent, we must give credit to Olusegun Obasanjo. If he has not done anything, bank recapitalization. These are things, policies, when you look at, it's sustainable.
Sustainable policy.
Because it has a direct impact to the economy. a direct impact to the economy. You can see so many banks, small time they don't follow. No, sorry that I'm putting you away from the topic.
No,
of the
it's
day.
still the topic.
But you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that is what it is. So in all projections currently now, I can tell you, that what the Northerners are saying about Seyi's movement to the north, maybe he would have gotten the direct message from the north. Now, and when you are passing such information, because we saw how they were carrying Seyi at the back, roaming everywhere, playing polo, that okay, they have succeeded in, bringing whatever they feel that is the. But let me tell you, that I keep on saying it, whatever shoe he's wearing in that place does not belong to him.
According to report,
because you people will say it's about politics. What about ideology and philosophy? Can you rule that out? Look at the Greeks, the Socrates, the people who discovered democracy, the Plutons, Karl Marx.